Hello, everybody. Fox Van D here. Tonight, I'm going to share some of the many options. He likes my lipstick. Uh, of the last 6 years, I have used for toileting. So I'll share where I started and like 5 or 6 different options, and I'll share some tips and tricks along the way. You don't want to miss out. This is going to be a fun video. Maxie's my co-host tonight. He'll be narrating with me. So watch his comments. Thanks. Be sure to stick around for a while for a fun segment. So when I first started out, I used a 2-gallon bucket with another smaller bucket inside. I lined the 2-gallon so it'd be soft and I could still sit on it inside the car behind the driver's seat. I used a funnel and a 1-gallon jug to pour the urine into with a wide mouth lid. So I peed in that. I didn't mix the pee with the poop because when you do that, it stinks. Since I wasn't composting anyhow, really, that's the way I did it. Then I twisted the bag several times, tied it in a knot, then I'll put it in the Ziploc baggie so it will be easy to get rid of it and won't smell in the car. So how they dispose of the poop bags? Throw it in the trash bin. People throw baby diapers with poop, dog poop in baggies, food garbage in even without containers for them. And it's really not a big deal. Smelly trash, no big a deal. Some people don't like to go in their rigs, so they go outside and behind a bush or a tree and dig a cat hole. That way, it will naturally decompose in the environment over a period of time. Just don't throw toilet paper in there, so that animals won't dig it up. This was another system I used for car camping. It's a folding, almost like 2 inches tall, and the width of the toilet seat is put a bag in it, and I have a jug I could pee in and take it out and do number 2 in the bag. So uh, it's simple and it's cheap on Amazon. You can throw compost in it just like any composting toilet. So the next toilet I use, a friend, Dave, made me this composting toilet. It had a compost bin on the bottom. I eventually moved it from the bottom to the side because I couldn't reach the floor with it. It has a urine diverter and a window where you can see how much pee is in there. So there's a clips from that. I used this system in the cargo trailer and the box truck for over 4 years. It worked quite well for me, but now I've changed. I'm doing something different. At first, I wanted to use a cassette toilet, but I didn't know where to dump it. Now I know all the ways you can dump it, so I decided for my convenience, because I'm not living in the box truck, only traveling and camping in it, I decided to get a cassette toilet. So this is my newest thing. I think I'll have a lot better success with it now. So don't go anywhere because now Maxie and I are going to be to entertain you. Hope you'll enjoy this little segment.
So as you can see, I have a little curtain over my toilet area, which snaps. This come off easily. Actually, I could show you, demonstrate the snaps. It just snaps it on. So if I need to remove it, I can do that pretty easily. So what I do is take this curtain and just fold it up out of the way. So when I have to use the bathroom, I just have to lift the lid. And when I get my pants down, I'm not going to do that on camera, but I sit on the toilet. Use that paper, so I sit as far forward as I possibly can. If you sit back too far, you might slip and have it go back in the bucket. And on my urine diverter, it had to be cut off right at the bucket level, so I don't want to go back very far. Anyhow, sit back as far as you can when you have to do number two. So number two and number one, let's talk about that. So forward for number one and backwards for number two. And then we're going to discuss what you have to do if you have to do both. So if I have to do both, here's the next question. How do you keep from having the urine go into the compost number two bin? What a subject. Why do all nomads and RVers and van lifers talk about pooping and peeing? Number one and number two. Why? Because it's a fact of life. Everybody has to go. Everybody has to go. So in compost toilet, you do not want to mix number one with number two. Your number two bin will start to stink, even with very good compost. So I can't say, I mean, if you slip, it's not that big a deal. It'll stir up and clean up, but if you do it all the time, it's going to be ugly. So once in a while is a mistake, but all the time is not a good thing. So you need to train your body to be able to handle separation. So you usually know when you have to go number one, or you usually know if you have to go number two. But sometimes they both want to happen at the same time. So I recommend the alternating squeeze method. Okay, but you have to train your body to be able to do that. So the alternating squeeze is basically a Kegel exercise. A lot of women know about the Kegel exercise when they need to tighten up their female system after having a baby, because sometimes they get a little loose. Anyhow, also as you get older, you'll notice you have to go number one more often. So you have to work at those muscles to keep it from happening all the time, and you have to be able to control that. So number one, if you have to do number one, you need to learn how to tighten up, squeeze and tighten, so it stops the flow. Yes, it takes exercise. You need to do that periodically throughout the day, whether you're having to go or not. It's training your muscles, and you'll learn. I call it alternating squeeze because you can learn to do the same thing for the number two.
Some people spend a lot of money on composting toilets, and they don't even compost. So what's the point of spending hundreds or even $1,000 for a special um, Nature's Head or Ogo or those kind of toilets if you're not going to even compost? So you can save a lot of money by doing some of these ideas that I've shared with you, and doesn't take up any in even as much space, and don't have to have anything special to do it. Maxie's done, but he wants to know what you thought of his comments in the chat. Let him know. We'll look at them, and I'm sure we'll get some laughs. Thank you. Bye bye. I hope you got value from this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. So what kind of toilet do you use when you're traveling in a van, on an RV, camping in a tent, or a car? Put your answers in the comments below this video, and also check out the description below this video. Hit see more and scroll down so you can see the links and also other ways to support this channel. I do have memberships, $1.99, $4.99, and $9.99 for a monthly contribution to support this channel. I appreciate all you. I love you all. Share your love with somebody today. Thank you all for coming. I thank God for you. I thank God for everything I have. He has made my life so wonderful. I love to share it with you. Thank you. Have a good I don't see any bunny rabbits out here, Maxie. Where's the bunnies and the birds and the lizards? He loves chasing them. He gets frustrated. He gets to the edge of the fence. He can't get to them. They run through.